Okay, meet me again, Diki. This time, our topic is different for yesterday. If yesterday we discussed about culinary, for today's in this session we will discuss or have a dialogue about tourism. Judging from the topic, that time it's quite interesting and fun about tourism. You all must have to your local tourism place, and this time you can tell about interesting tourist attraction and your area. Okay, I will ask you guys before you tell me about tourism. Panji, uh, can hear me? Panji?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Panji,
Yeah.
what would you tell me about tourism?
What? My topic ya.
Yes.
I want to tell you Chan Borobudur Temple.
Oh, Borobudur Temple. Okay, okay. I see. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Please tell about Borobudur Temple, Panji. Please.
Will target tourism in Java. It is a Borobudur Temple. Borobudur Temple is a Buddhist temple located in Borobudur, Magelang, Central Java, Indonesia. This temple is located approximately 100 kilometers to the southwest of Semarang, 86 kilometers to the west of Surakarta, and 40 kilometers to the northwest of Yogyakarta. This temple, with many stupas, was founded by Mahayana Buddhists around the year 800 Masehi during the reign of the Shailendra dynasty. Borobudur is the largest Buddhist temple or shrine in the world, as well as one of the largest Buddhist monuments in the world. This monument consists of 6 square terraces on which there are 3 circular courtyards. The walls are decorated with 2,672 relief panels, and originally there were 504 Buddha statues. Borobudur has the most complete and largest collection of Buddhist relief in the world. The largest main stupa is located in the center, and at the same time, crowning this building, surrounded by 3 circular rows of 72 perforated stupas in which there is Buddha statue sitting cross-legged in a perfect lotus position with the Dharma Chakra mudra turning the wheel of Dharma. This monument is a model of the universe and was built as a place of a pilgrimage to guide mankind from the realm of worldly desires to enlightenment and wisdom according to Buddha's teaching. The pilgrims enter through the east side and begin the ritual at the base of the temple by walking around the sacred building in a clockwise direction, while continuing to ascend the next step through the 3 levels of realm in Buddhist cosmology. The 3 levels okay, sorry. I think I'm kicked out. I will continue. Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, I will continue. Uh, The pilgrims enter through the east side and begin the ritual at the base of the temple by walking around the sacred building in a clockwise direction, while continuing to ascend the next step through the 3 levels of realm in Buddhist cosmology, the three levels are Kamadhatu, or the realm of lust, Rupadhatu, or the realm of tangible, and Arupadhatu, the realm of the intangible. On the way to pilgrim walk through a series of passages and stairs to see no less than 1,460 beautiful relief panels engraved on the walls and balustrades. According to historical evidence, Borobudur was abandoned in the 10th century as the center of the ancient Mataram kingdom was moved to East Java by Pu Sindok. The world began to realize the existence of this building since it was discovered in 1814 by Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles, who at the time served as the British Governor-General of Java. Since then, Borobudur has undergone a series of rescue and restoration efforts. The largest restoration project was carried out between 1975 and 1982 with the efforts of the government of the Republic of Indonesia and UNESCO. Then this historic site was included in the list of World Heritage Sites. Borobudur is still used as a place of religious pilgrimage. Every year, Buddhists who come from all over Indonesia and abroad gather at Borobudur to commemorate the Vesak Trisuci. Regarding tourism, Borobudur is the single most visited tourist attraction in Indonesia by tourists. On February 11, 2022, the government inaugurated the status of Borobudur Temple, again a place of worship for Buddhists in Indonesia and the world. Okay, I think that's enough from me. Thank you.
Okay, Panji, I have any question?
Yeah.
Panji, there are many temples in Central Java. Yes, like Ceto Temple, Gedong Songo Temple, and others.
No.
Why did you choose Borobudur Temple? Why?
Because Borobudur Temple is the biggest temple in Indonesia.
Okay.
That's why because I choose this.
Okay. Maybe Borobudur Temple more big and other temple candi lainnya, gitu.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Panji.
Thank you, Mas Rafi.
Okay. Continue to Reza. Reza. Okay. Please tell me about the tour in your area. Please.
In my area in Tasikmalaya is Cipatujah Beach. Okay, where is Cipatujah Beach? Tasikmalaya South Beach. Now, Cipatujah Beach is one of the natural attraction that is the main attraction in the from a beach wisata bahari. What does Cipatujah mean? The name Cipatujah comes from the names of the Cipatujah River, while the word Cipatujah itself a Sundanese language, which means buhun patujah tujah, hitting each other, an image of two rivers merging together where their streams merge into the South Coast Sea. It said that Nyi Roro Kidul is the daughter of the Sundan kingdom who was expelled by her father because of her stepmother. Nyi Roro Kidul, position as the queen of the land of Java, has become a popular motif in folklore and mythology, as well as being associated with the beauty of Sundanese princess. Okay, thank you for listening.
Okay. Any question, guys, about Cipatujah Beach? Maybe safe history about Nyi Roro Kidul Queen. Alright, Reza.
Okay. So the South Coast actually has many such as Sindangkerta, Cipatujah, Pangandaran, Batu Karas. Jadi posisi Cipatujah ini sesudah Sindangkerta. Jadi sepanjang Sindangkerta, Cipatujah, Pangandaran, Batu Karas itu pantai semua.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay, any question? Any question, guys? About Cipatujah Beach? Okay. Okay, not more? Not one? Okay. I next. Continue to Zila, Nur Fazila. Maybe in North Kalimantan, there are many beautiful natural attractions to visit. Yes, try to tell Zila. Okay, please.
Okay, thank you, Diki. Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
The tourism which is famous North Kalimantan, the most of the many tourists, the Karai waterfall. Karai waterfall is located in North Kalimantan province, precisely in Antutan village. This one waterfall is taken about 40 minutes from the city center of the capital city of Bulungan. The view that you will get will amaze you because this waterfall is in the tourist spot that is also supported by the calm of agro tourism that is shooting the ice, making the waterfall like a magnet in itself if to attract the attention of tourists. The activity that you can do when you arrive at this waterfall is to enjoy the freshen of the waterfall. The best of the waterfall is pilot safe, so you can surf under the waterfall. The discharger which is quite heavy will give is one sensation when it's under the flow. What makes the waterfall so discussion the precision of the three tracks that make it seem as a water circle in the break into trough. Swimming and playing in the pool from this waterfall will certainly be a fun activity. When you visit the waterfall Karai, do not miss the opportunity attraction. If you go with a group, it will be very fun to soak the waterfall. It's very natural, which make you and your introduced feel at home and calm at the same time. This is my first time here, especially to be able to enjoy freshwater Karai as well interesting view. In addition to playing in the water, you can also take a photo as your collection. It will be same if we did document our vacation to Karai. Taking the sport bike cannot only be done with waterfall background because along the way the waterfall, you will also find interesting spot. But make sure you're careful so that your gauge does not get exposed to water. The interest of the display is also price check, which is 10,000 for one person. What we collection is also amid at paying fans what have been the please continue explaining. Okay, thank you guys.
Okay, thank you, Zila. I am any question about the Karai waterfall? Have you ever felt the beauty of waterfall Karai? Kamu pernah merasakan keindahan dari air terjun Karai atau pernah mengunjunginya?
Yes, pernah. I'm in visit in Karai.
What do you feel with beautiful waterfall? Or interesting, or menakjubkan?
Very pleasant.
Okay. Zila, Guys, any question about Karai waterfall? I see Karai waterfall is interesting, very interesting because to save menyimpan keindahan alam gitu, beautiful natural. Maybe any question, Panji, Reza, or Mr. Aka?
No, Diki.
Oke.
Berapa jauh tuh dari kantor Sengkawi atau dari Bulungan ke Karai? Gila.
Maybe 1 jam lebih untuk sampai ke Karainya.
Oh, oke.
Oke.
Sheila, any question again? What facility are there? Fasilitas yang di situ apa saja?
Do not
Swimming or and other?
Fasilitas di sana itu ada WC umum, toilet umum, gazebo, and swim.
Okay. Thank you, Zila, for your answer.
Yeah, well.
Okay, next, go to Mr. Raka. Please tell me about tourism in Bandung or something else. Please, Mr. Raka.
Okay, thank you, Diki. I can tell all of you about the most popular, one of the most popular vacation in Bandung. The name this place is named Mount Tangkuban Perahu. I know all of you know about this mountain because this mountain is very very famous gitu. And the Mount Tangkuban Perahu is one of the natural attraction that are synonymous with the city of Bandung. And the origin of and the interesting about this mountain is a thought in the famous folk legend, the story of Sangkuriang. This mountain has 3 famous craters. Looking at the mountain crater and enjoying the atmosphere around it can attract many visitors, especially on holiday. Tangkuban Perahu is one of the biggest mountain in the Parahyangan Plain. Tangkuban Perahu have a volcano nature park. It's located north of the city of Lembang. Cool air expanse of tea garden, valleys, and tall pine trees accompany your journey to the gate of the Tangkuban Perahu area. To enter Tangkuban Perahu area, you have only pay a ticket of 3,100 rupiah per person, plus a ticket for the vehicle. So, the unique of the Mount Tangkuban Perahu is a story about that, because the essence of the story of the Tangkuban Perahu legend is a young man named Sangkuriang who wants to marry a beautiful woman named Dayang Sumbi. They fall in love with each other. However, after finding a scar on Sangkuriang's head, Dayang Sumbi found out that Sangkuriang was his child. Sangkuriang left because he was upset with his mother's anger. Dayang Sumbi was angry because Sangkuriang killed their beloved dog when it failed to hunt their for his mother. Nah, Because Dayang Sumi knowing Sangkuriang was his child, Dayang Sumi did not want to marry Sangkuriang. So Dayang Sumi refused Sangkuriang's propose. Dayang Sumi asked to make a boat and the lake in one night. The powerful Sangkuriang asked for help from the jinn to fulfill Dayang Sumi wish. Seeing Sangkuriang almost finishing his work, Dayang Sumi intended to frustrate it. Thanks to her prayers, the chickens crow. The genius who helped Sangkuriang was running scared because he thought it was morning. As a result, the work of making boats and legs is not finished. Sangkuriang, who was furious because he failed to finish his work, kicked his boat. This boat then fell face down, and there was Mount Tangkuban Perahu. The story uh, apa namanya legendnya tuh seperti itu gitu ya, gitu. Dan ini menjadi menarik gitu, very interesting. When all of you view this mountain from the city of Bandung, this mountain resembles an overturned boat. Jadi this mountain similarly with the boat ya. The boat you can see in a lake or a sea gitu. If you see Tangkuban Perahu from the city of Bandung. So the beauty of the crater from Tangkuban Perahu Mountain and several spots around it also become one of the place for prospective brides to do outdoor pre-wedding photo. The beauty of the craters of Mount Tangkuban Perahu can be one of the tourist destination if you are visiting the city of Bandung. You can bring children to see this natural beauty. Also, I like Mount Tangkuban Perahu because the weather is cold. You know. The weather is very very cold and very comfy if you go to there gitu. So Mount Tangkuban Perahu is one of the most destination you can go to if you in Bandung gitu. Mount Tangkuban Perahu is one of the destination if you can go to Mount Tangkuban Perahu because it's very recommended and very comfy and very happy to be there gitu. I think that's enough, Diki. So thank you for the attention all of you. So Diki maybe bisa memimpin kembali gitu diskusi kali ini.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Aka.
Yeah, thank you.
Already popular among the people of Indonesia about the history of Mount Tangkuban Perahu. Okay, Mr.
Yeah.
Aka, I am any question? Is the mountain still active?
Yes, it's still active.
Oh.
In 2000, sorry. In 2019 ya, the mountain is apa ya namanya meletup gitu ya.
Okay.
So the earthquake in 2019 nyampe gitu ke rumah ya gitu. So it's very very dangerous gitu. And di under Mount Tangkuban Perahu itu ada lempengan lembang gitu. Apa ya disebutnya lempengan tuh dalam bahasa Inggris. So if lempengan lembang itu bergeser sedikit gitu, nah kota Bandung is dalam keadaan yang masalah gitu. Maybe itu Diki.
Okay. Second question, Mr. Aka.
Yes.
Kembali ke history of Mount Tangkuban Perahu about Sangkuriang and Dayang Sumbi. Do you know about Dumang animal in history? Dumang.
Dumang.
Yeah.
Tumang.
Yes.
Tumang like
like dog.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sangkuriang is very angry ya. Dayang Sumi
yes.
was angry. Dayang Sumi was angry because Sangkuriang killed their beloved dog. when it failed to hunt deer for his mother. Jadi in one day sang kuryang itu berburu makanan ya gitu, dan he failed. Dayang Sumi was angry. Dayang Sumi was angry because sang kuryang killed their beloved dog for food gitu, for sajian gitu untuk ibunya juga gitu.
Oke.
Dia tidak mendapatkannya.
Oke. Oke, Mr. Aka, thank you for your answer. Maybe any question, guys, about Tangkuban Perahu Mountain? Maybe Reza. Reza is near in the Bandung, dekat dengan Bandung, Tasikmalaya dan Bandung mungkin. Maybe any question? Atau belum ke sana? Maybe Panji?
Ya, belum pernah ke sana.
Panji? Or Zila? Zila?
Welcome, yeah.
Maybe your any question about Tangkuban Perahu Mountain?
No, can I? Saya ingin bertanya. Saya ingin memberi pertanyaan kepada Kak Panji.
Oke, ini. Please.
From
tell.
Okay. I have a story from my teacher about Borobudur. That women menstruation are not allowed to enter Borobudur. Is it true or hoax?
Can you repeat your question?
Yeah. Zila, please repeat your question again.
Oh, okay. I have a story from my teacher about Borobudur. That women menstruation are not allowed to Borobudur. It is true or hoax?
Oh, jadi begini Panji, kalau sedang maaf ini sedang M, apakah boleh di Borobudur atau tidak gitu? Silakan.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay.
So Diki, some question ya for Panji.
Okay, yes.
If this true, if we take a picture with 3 people gitu, itu tuh nggak boleh gitu. Take a picture with 3 people in Borobudur Temple. So if it is true or hoax gitu.
Okay, thank you.
Any question again, guys? Before I am close in the session.
I think that's enough.
Okay.
Vicky.
Okay, guys. Kalau not question. Okay, I went to close. Maybe that's all the explanation about tourism from all members. If Panji to Kalimantan or other area can visit the tour described earlier. Each area is its own unique.
Excuse me, Diki.
Okay.
I think I want to answer the question.
Okay.
I think it's just a myth ya, mitos gitu.
Nice. Okay, nice. It's okay. Okay, I repeat, each area has its own unique that is interesting to visit. Okay, I think that's enough about the tour from this first day. Tomorrow, we will discuss the same topic about travel or tourism. Okay, good morning, guys. Thank you for your attention and tell a story about tourism and travel. Thank you. Thank you, Panji. Thank you, Mr. Raka. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank
Diki.
Good
you.
morning.
Thank you,
Okay,
Diki.
thank you.
Thank you, Mister.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good day.
you.
Reza, how are you, bro?
I'm fine. Good.